All right. Good afternoon, you two. Happy Wednesday, I don't know what day it is today, 19th? All right, let's get to work. Monday, quick recap. Monday, we had that perfect push-up again. I intentionally repeated the perfect push-up and the combos for the mobility, the activation, the word more. I had a lot of feedback from it the week before. We had the chest pulling, the lat pulling. We have the right side hamstring, glute, hips. You have the left side hamstring, glute, hips. We have the 3-minute plank and the 3-minute wall sit. Monday was a very diverse day. Well, I'm not saying today isn't diverse, but we'll have more familiarity to it. But I want to get a warm-up workout circuit done. Okay, so we have a warm-up workout circuit. Start with light weights or no weights. I know, let's just say if you're doing this recorded and this is the first thing you're doing in the morning, maybe you want to go warm up a little bit more than what you currently are, but we have a warm-up workout circuit to do. When I do the thumb thing on the dumbbell raises, it's so you get more deltoids versus your upper traps or your biceps or your pecs and triceps, okay? So the arms straight, thumbs up, front raise is so you get more anterior deltoid. And I literally, and you can't see my thumbs, I literally want your thumbs up. If you're holding weights, awesome. If you're not holding weights, awesome. Arms straight, thumbs up, front raise is for your anterior deltoid. You have your pec minor, you have a bicep tendon, you have upper traps. Other things could be happening. 15 arms straight, thumbs up, front raise. 15 of those, please. We're going to do 6 total sets of shoulders, 3 of them twice. Hello there, Stella. We just started warming up. This is a warm-up workout circuit. 15 thumbs up, arms straight, front raises. You're then going to do 10 regular squats and 10 regular squats, 10 stationary reverse lunges, and 10 standing scissors. It's actually a pretty big warm-up workout circuit. 15 arms straight, thumbs up, front raise. We're going to do it later on. You got 10 regular squats, feet are shoulder width apart, the forwards, the hips, the glutes, the eyes, the thighs. You'll then do 10 stationary reverse lunges, and you'll do 10 standing scissors. So you're going to do 30 total reps before we go back over and do a shoulder. It's a bigger warm-up workout circuit. And again, if you're doing this recorded, maybe you can just go push pause and go run around your house for a second if it's the first thing you've done today. I'm not saying the noon people don't need to warm up, but you've been doing more things today. Again, 15 front raise, 10 regular squats, 10 stationary reverse lunges, and 10 standing scissors. All of those have lengthening of hamstrings and glutes, potentially contracting of hamstrings and glutes, mobility, all those wonderful things. So it's 30 total reps of movements after the 15 arms straight front raise. Part 2. Now, if you're not there yet, please don't be discouraged. And I actually don't want you to go fast anyways. Part 2. Remember the thumb thing. The thumb thing helps get your deltoids a little bit better. Thumbs pointed in front of you. 15 lateral raises. And I do see people angle in front of them when I say lateral raises. So I literally want your hands to go out. Your arms will go up naturally. So notice I don't want to say arms up. Your hands go out or your arms go out. 15 lateral raises. Again, if you don't have weights, that's okay too. Thumbs pointed in front of you on your 15 lateral raises. You'll then do 10 wide squats, 10 alternating stiff-legged deadlifts, and 10 standing runners, which we've done these things before. So we're definitely getting a nice good warm-up on. We've got our components of the shoulders that I wanted to have happen now. Monday we have the what did it say? Monday. We have the chest pushing, we have the chest pulling, and we had our lats. Today we have our shoulders, bis, tris. We'll have other things in there as well. 15 lateral raises, 10 wide squats, 10 alternating, balancing, lengthening, contracting, breathing, any other words, coordinating, stiff-legged deadlifts. One of the longest lengthening components, and it's also a longer exercise because of the balancing piece. You'll then have your 10 standing runners, which is your mobility of hips, knees, ankles, spine. Your body is moving on the standing runners. Breathe and focus. A little work, take your time. Definitely a high instruction warm up, no rush. We're doing our deltoid raises, anterior, middle, or lateral. Part 3, the rear delt raise. Thumbs pointed down. You get low with your body and your core. People think it's more motion. You just reach out. You don't go back. You're not an airplane. And it's not about going as high as possible, because that's going to be your traps. You just reach out. Rear deltoid, teres major, teres minor. But unfortunately, you guys are so well trained to move your shoulder blades. On this exercise, we're trying to not move our shoulder blades. But again, you're well trained to move them. So it's actually hard to not move your shoulder blades. 15 rear delt raises, slowly. It's not as much motion as you think. You're going to have your 10 narrow squats, hips, glutes, eyes, thighs, posture, breathe, mobility of hips, knees, ankles, spine. You'll have your 10 lateral lunges and your 10 Jack LaLannes. And no, we are not done yet, but the pace will slowly increase. 15 rear delt raises, 10 narrow squats, 10 alternating lateral stationary lunges. Big, slow. There's a longer lengthening component on the lateral lunge versus the stationary forward lunge. All of them, the stationary reverse lunge, the stiff-legged deadlift, and the lateral lunge, they just require a little more focus on that lengthening component. However, the stationary lateral lunge is a pushing exercise. Round 3, part 3, that's 15 rear delt raises, 10 narrow squats, 10 stationary alternating lateral lunges, 10 Jack LaLannes. Big, huge reps. 10 Jack LaLannes. Big, huge reps. Breathe and focus on those Jack LaLannes. Wider feet, higher hamstrings. Narrower feet, lower hamstrings. There is a difference based on where your feet are at. We are going to turn up that tempo a little bit here in a second. You're going to have your 8 rear delt raises. You did 15 rear delt raises last time. You're then going to do 30 agility. And that's high knees, butt kicks, jumping jacks, bench taps, mountain climbers, ski hops, something quicker for 30. Ooh, yuck. 8 rear delt raises. You did 15 last time. I always like to repeat that one before I repeat the other ones, so you can really think about the rear deltoids and the teres major, teres minor. It's this little space back here on the back of the shoulder. And believe it or not, it's hard to hurt. It's easy to kind of piss off. It's a muscle that can really get irritated, but it is kind of hard to hurt. I'm not trying to hurt it, but it's hard to hurt. 8 rear delt raises, 30 on your agility. Remember, we're still in the warm-up phase. High knees, running revolutions, walking reps. Butt kicks, running revolution, walking reps. Jumping jacks, for the most part, reps. Taps, quicker, smoother, simple revolutions. Bigger, harder revolutions. Ski hops, quick, quiet, again, more often than not revolutions. And mountain climbers, bigger, bigger, bigger. Again, if it's quicker, simpler, it's revolutions. If it's harder, bigger, it's reps. Part 4 was the 8 rear delt raises with your 30 on your agility. Now you know why we had a warm-up workout circuit. Very thorough, very involved. Round 5, 8 lateral raises. Again, the thumb thing. We're trying to get the middle deltoid. Some people need to bend their elbows a little bit more. Some people, their arms are straighter. Everybody's different. Try to get it out of your arms. Try to get it out of your neck and put it in your middle deltoid, which is hard. It's hard to get the middle deltoid only. And that's right smack dab on that shoulder, middle deltoid. 8 lateral raises, and then you have your 30 plyometrics. Jump, squat, split, jumps, burpees, lateral bench hops, skater hops, something bigger. Remember, if you ever need to do something else, you could do pulsating squats or pulsating split squats, and that would replace a jump squat or split jump. 30 on your plyometrics. And again, I'm dabbling just so you can see all the things you can do. Burpees are a great exercise, good focus. Skater hops, bigger, wider, lateral, power created, impact possible. Breathe. Sounds like a battleship movie. Power created, impact possible. Plyometrics. Rated R. It's Wednesday. Last part, 8 front raises. Arms are straight, thumbs are up. Breathe as you reach in front of you. Those hands will naturally go up on your 8 front raises. And again, the thumb thing, we're trying to get the anterior deltoid. But right there is a bicep tendon and a pec minor, and up here is a scalenes in your traps. We're trying to eliminate all those things. After your 8 front raises, you got a choice of your 30 scissors, runners, or swimmers. I wouldn't diversify too much, but you can mix them up between your scissors, runners, and swimmers. And gosh dang it, you better be warm by now. Shoulder movements, deltoid focus. You have the 90 total legs and mobility. You have the agility, plyometrics, abs, core to get this party started. Breathe and focus. Again, last round, 8 front raises. I'm diversifying just so you see them. 30 either scissors, runners, swimmers. And that's the end of your warm-up workout circuit. Yeah, that was pretty thorough. You're welcome. When you get ready, get your mind, your space ready for some work. We've done lots of these components coming up. The biceps will have the same rhythm as your shoulders, and later on your triceps will have the same rhythm. So all 3 upper body circuits have the same numbers, the same rhythm. This next circuit's going to be a right leg. The other circuit's going to be a left leg. And then hopefully we'll get some abs in between and at the end. Okay, we have a lot of work still to go. The circuit, we're going to do our biceps. And the intent or the hope is that you do have dumbbells or something where you can hold 2 weights, can of pop, soup cans. If you're still stuck on 1 weight, cool, just do the same reps on your biceps. Set 1 will be your 15 hammer curls. Now, we've given you options. You've done these things. Today, I want you to follow my rhythm. Hammer curls, 15 hammer curls. Hammer curls is a neutral exercise, not a narrow exercise. Hammer curls is for your short head bicep and your brachioradialis. That's why they exist. I don't mind a little deviation. I see a lot of people jamming their elbows into your sides and they don't move, and then they get done and they rub their shoulders. That's because you're too tight. A little bit of motion. You're not swinging. You're not huffing them up there. 15 hammer curls. The numbers will change like we did on our shoulders. Right leg, you guys, you can do any right leg you want. Right leg walking forward lunge, right leg walking reverse lunge, right leg stationary forward lunge, right leg stationary reverse lunge. Remember that one's your left leg moving. Right leg lateral lunge, right leg stiff-legged deadlift, right leg step up. Your right leg is going to be a pyramid. 10, 20, 30, 20, 10. So after your 15 hammer curls, any right leg and only do 10. Any right leg. Right leg balancing stiff-legged deadlift. Good option. Feels kind of good. Right leg step up. Good option. Remember, I am currently holding weights. I wouldn't mind if you held weights. Right leg stepping forward, stationary forward lunge. Right leg stepping lateral, lateral lunge. Right leg not moving, stationary reverse lunge with a knee drive. Any right leg. You know what? I'll even throw in split squats. Right leg split squats. Your right leg is going to be 10, 20, 30, 20, 10. Pyramid of reps. Round 2. 15 hammer curl with a twist. And I say this when I intend it. I want a bigger, focused twist. Is it magical? No. I want bigger, more exaggeration, slow. Hammer curl with a twist. You're not creating momentum. You are curling. You're twisting into it. You're standing tall. Hammer curl with a twist. 15 hammer curl with a twist, and then you'll do your 20 right leg. Oh, yeah. Hammer curl with a twist. Now, the past several months, we haven't gone through this movement formally. I've given you informal adjustments when I say biceps, but today I want to follow the movements. 15 hammer curl with a twist. And then your right leg is 20. The goal of a pyramid is to maintain load and motion. We got right leg stationary forward lunging, stepping, loading, pushing. Right leg stationary lateral lunge, stepping, loading, pushing. Right leg step ups. It depends on the height of the step up. Lower, heavier pushing quads. Higher focused hamstrings. Right leg not moving, stationary reverse lunge with a knee drive. The knee drive keeps your glutes and hamstrings activated. Right leg balancing, lengthening, stiff-legged deadlift, hamstrings, glutes. Right leg split squats, load. Most people feel their quads more, but I always want you to think about your glutes. And remember, we do have a walking forward lunge and the walking reverse lunge. Right leg will be 10, 20, 30, 20, 10. And we're supposed to control the tempo. I don't mind high pace, and pyramids exist to maintain load and motion. Round 3. Now, if you're not there, please don't be discouraged. If you're a little ahead of me, you should make sure your motion is bigger, slower, steadier. Round 3, 15 open, wide biceps. Now, we have done open biceps and open, wide biceps, and although they are very similar, play around with how wide you can be, and never want you to bug your elbow. Open, wide, or just open, shoulders stay down. It's for the long head of your bicep. That's the inner long arm muscle. 15 open, wide biceps. And then you're going to be on the peak of the pyramid on the right leg for 30. 15 open, wide biceps. And then right leg for 30. Now, initially, when I thought about this workout, I was going to give you the formal 6 different right legs, but I'm also changing the biceps, so I figured it was going to be a little too much change. So I wouldn't mind if you diversified on the right leg. We've done weight progressions before and weight progressions recently, so mixing up if the weight's in your right hand or your left hand, or both hands up, or both hands down. Lots of ways to mix up that weight. Nothing formal today. But your right leg is always working. Your right leg is always loaded. It doesn't mean your right leg is always moving. Again, round 3, 15, open, wide, biceps. Right leg is going to be 30. It's the burning round. You've progressed to this point. You've loaded that right leg up. You've made those mental and physical adjustments to survive the circuit. Round 3, 15 open, wide biceps. 30 right leg, peak of the pyramid. Right leg is always loaded, right leg is always working, right leg is not always moving. Now I want to be a little ahead of you. As you know, I'm not doing all of the reps, I'm doing a fair amount, but if you're the same spot as me, you're just moving a little too fast. Make sure your movements are big and steady. Round 4 is going to be 8 open, wide biceps. You did 15 open, wide biceps last time, so now you're going to be on your 8. You're also going to be going down that pyramid. You're going to go back down to your 20 on your right leg. Remember, the intention is that I'm a little bit ahead of you. If I'm a lot ahead of you, you can let me know. If you're doing the recorded version, feel free to push pause. Remember, one of the factors is going to be the equipment you can use, the load you can handle, the space you're in. More adjustments, it slows you down. The exercise, stiff-legged deadlifts and lateral lunges take a lot longer than stationary forward lunges and some step-ups. So some of the exercises you're choosing would determine how long the circuit takes you. Round 4, 8 open, wide biceps, right leg 20. Going down that pyramid. Keep it going, you guys. Yeah, this workout could totally have high pace, high tempo, but the intent, we're being a little more methodical, a little more mindful, a little more oomph. I'm not saying Monday's workout was easier, but when you have those simple adjustments, yeah, the reps were different on the right hip, glute, hamstring circuit. But it wasn't that mentally challenging. Round 4 was your 8 open wide biceps and the 20 right leg. I hope you're not ready for round 5. But when you are ready for round 5, you're on your 8 hammer curl with a twist. Remember, I want the exaggerated twist. I see it all the time. I kind of get this movement, and yeah, there's twisting. I want bigger and more methodical. Stare at those hands as they twist into your shoulders. Hammer curl with a twist. Exaggerate the motion a little bit on that hammer curl with a twist. 8 hammer curl with a twist. Last right leg for 10. We'll then have the one more bicep. Then we're going to have some abs. And we're going to have our triceps the same way with our left leg. And then maybe a little more abs at the end. Round 5. 8 hammer curl with a twist. Right leg 10. And then we'll finish off with the last 8 hammer curls. That stationary versus lunge to the knee drive, I've said it before. The right leg is not moving. The left leg is moving. The right leg is loaded. And the knee drive keeps the right glute activated. Optional exercise, just information. Stationary forward, stationary lateral, you're stepping, loading, pushing. Most of the other ones will be pulling. The step-ups are asterisk. The split squats, you're not stepping anywhere, but you certainly are loading that right leg. I probably should have done those a little bit more. After your 8 hammer twist and your right leg 10, you've got 8 more regular hammers. The neutral position, not a narrow position. 8 hammer curls. Neutral, not necessarily narrow. 8. End of circuit. 8 on the hammer curls, and it'll end your circuit. Yes. Again, very involved. The nice thing is the tricep left leg circuit is naturally going to be quicker because it's been the rhythm of the day. You'll know it's coming your way, so naturally that next circuit will be a little bit quicker. I don't want you to go quicker, but human nature says you're going to be a little quicker. When you get done with those 8 hammer curls, you're going to be on the ground. Now, I'm not trying to shut your brain off. I'm not trying to ignore you, but you do have 100 abs, and I want bigger motion abs coming your way. It's not very nice, I know. If I were to set a timer to it, you're looking at about 5 more minutes of abs. I'll put a marker at 5 minutes. Sit-ups, legs straight, knees bent, feet wide, feet narrow, laying on the ground, laying on a ball, laying on a bench, reverse crunches, hanging abs, legs straight, knees bent, V-ups, jackknives if you're at a gym, slow toe touches, slow scissors. I do want you to think about your abs more than anything else. And I did say 100, which isn't very nice. It's going to take about 5 minutes. Please diversify your abs. I don't want your back. I don't want your hips. I don't want your neck. I want your abs. 100 reps. I'm going to let you enjoy a little quiet time. You know, I'm going to talk about some of the abs. If you want to turn your own music on, please do. 100 abs. It's about 5 minutes of work. When you get done, we're going to be on the left leg with your triceps. Again, you get a little quiet time. Tune me out if you want to. 100 reps doesn't mean you're going fast. There is no race. There is no competition. Sit-ups get a bad rap for redundancy because the motion is the same. Almost all upper body motion abs have the same motion. Jackknives is a different position. Toe touches is a smaller motion. Sit-ups, you're laying on the ground, the ball, the bench. But you can play with the feet and the legs. Wider feet, narrower feet, feet up on something. One leg straight, one leg bent, laying on the decline board. There's so many ways to change a sit-up. Toe touches, both legs up, one leg up. Legs laying on something, mixing up your toe touches. There are subtle changes. Reverse crunches, both legs moving. You can lay on different tools. You can have your legs perfectly straight, your knees slightly bent, legs crossed. There are lots of little changes. At the gym, we have the hanging ab apparati. V-ups, right? We all know about V-ups. You can be on the ground. You can be on a bench. They can be bigger. They can be smaller. Sit-up scissors. Great exercise as long as you go slow. I would say that's the most ab on the ab cores. Breathe. 50, where'd 50 come from? 100 bigger abs. Take your time. Little changes go a long ways. If you're bored of an exercise, make small changes. Where are your legs? Where are your feet? What's your mindset? Are your legs straight or your knees bent? Are you focusing on the task at hand? Are you just going through the motions? What are you laying on? Change the tools, change the motion a tiny bit. Little changes go a long ways. Big ol' abs. Work, breathe, focus. Again, you should not even be close to being done. That's why I'm talking about this. Kind of listening, kind of not. Call it subliminal messaging, if you will. When the circuit's done, we're just going to be doing our triceps. Same number, same idea, same adjustments. With your left leg. When all that's done, if we have time for more abs, we'll do more abs. If we don't have time for abs, we don't. Keep your focus. Abs, core, breathing, legs straight, knees bent, feet wide, feet narrow. Upper body moving on your lower body moving on your upper body. Reverse crunches, V-ups, toe touches, jackknives, hanging abs. We got straps, we got Roman chairs, stability ball. So many little changes. I know where your neck, I know where your head, I know where your back, I know where your hips. Trying to make it an ab piece. Again, Monday did the 3-minute plank challenge. We had the right side to the left side to the wall sits. We had the warm up. We didn't do any major formal abs on Monday. Five different 20s would take at least 5 minutes with all those subtle changes. Mixing it up along the way without taking breaks. Again, for the most part, you're looking at about 300 seconds of work. In about a minute, I will start meandering our way to that next circuit. If you are magically there, please feel free to stretch for a second. If you're not there, do not be discouraged by not being there. 100 abs. Takes a little while. Again, if you're doing the recorded version, please push pause if you need to. If you are ready, awesome. I'm going to start talking about your triceps here in a second. It's going to be the same numbers, the same type of rhythm with the changes. We'll have the 15, 15, 15, the 8, 8, 8. You're going to have your left leg the way you did your right leg. I hope you kind of remember what you did, that pyramid on the left. And when that's done, the workout could be over. If not, I'll give you a little extra credit of a little more abs if you want a little more abs. When you get there, set 1 is going to be 15 kickbacks or narrow push-ups. I rarely ask for narrow push-ups. I'm not formally asking. I just want people to see the difference between narrow push-ups and kickbacks. Your hands are narrow, whether it's legs straight or knees bent or elevated on something, but you're shortening the shortened muscle, right? It's a little bit different, but it's either kickbacks or narrow push-ups. Again, I rarely ask about the narrow push-ups. 15 tricep kickbacks or narrow push-ups. Then you're going to have your left leg for 10. Remember, human nature says you're probably going to get the circuit done a little bit quicker. However, we do have the changes in the triceps that will naturally keep you engaged. Okay? Round 1 of the tricep circuit, 15 kickbacks or narrow push-ups. And then you're going to have your left leg for 10. We're going to have our 3 different triceps done twice. Same idea, same rhythm, same focus. Breathe and work. Kickbacks are great. You're shortening the muscle in the position. You're shortening the muscle in the exercise. And that's ultimately what's different between a narrow push-up and a kickback, is that you're not short in the position, but you do really shorten them. So they are similar. Left leg 10. Remember, stationary forward lunges, stepping, loading, pushing yourself back. Stationary lateral lunges, stepping, loading, pushing yourself back. Step-ups, based on the height of the tool, determines the load, the push, the quad versus the hamstring. Split squats, right? Most people get a little more quads. I want you to think about your glutes too. Stationary reverse lunge. The left leg is not moving. The right leg is moving. And that knee drive keeps the left glute activated. Stiff-legged deadlifts. Your left leg is not moving. Hamstrings, glutes. We did some on Monday. Round 1, 15 kickbacks or narrow push-ups, 10 left leg. Round 2, 15 overhead triceps. That does require a single heavy tool or 2 moderate light tools. You could hold 2 dumbbells or 2 kettlebells if you really wanted to. An overhead position is a stronger position in some ways, right? Holding a 20, 25, 30, 35 pound weight over your head is very realistic. 15 overhead triceps, and then your left leg is going to be 20. Again, that pyramid. Maintain motion, maintain, adjust the load, whether it's time under tension or physical weight. Round 2, 15 overhead triceps, left leg 20. Mixing up the weight. A little bit of left hand, a little bit of right hand, a little bit of both hands up. If you have the one weight, both hands down. If you have the 2 weights or 1 weight. A lot of focus, a lot of motion, a lot of work. And then triceps, they require different positions and tools. And so if you don't have the tools, I'll give you those small adjustments. Round 2, 15 overhead triceps, 20 on your left leg. Remember, people could be in different spots. The load you get to use, your mobility, your motion, your workout space, the actual exercises you're choosing, it does take a little while. When you do get to round 3, you got your dips. Well, if you don't have the tool, okay, for dips, and you did kickbacks earlier, you would do those narrow push-ups. So they all wear the same hats. If you did kickbacks earlier, and you don't, if you did the narrow push-ups earlier, and you don't have the dipping tool, do the narrow push-ups. So mix them up as you need to between the kickbacks, the narrow push-ups, and the dips. They're all similar, okay? Round 3 is your 15 on your dips if you have the tool, or you'll have the narrow push-ups or kickbacks, whatever you didn't do earlier. Triceps should be burning. We've done shoulders, we've done biceps, here we are in triceps. You got your legs in there, we got a great huge warm-up workout circuit. You've done your abs. Round 3, 15 dips if you have the tool, or the narrow push-up or kickback, whatever you didn't do earlier. Round 4, of course, will be the same exercise for 8 reps. And remember, if you're not there, don't be discouraged. And I'm dabbling a lot so you see everything. I don't want you to dabble as much. And round 3 is your peak of the pyramid round. Tricep motions are smaller than biceps and the shoulders you did today. Not by a lot, but definitely there. But they burn more. Pushing exercises will always burn more than pulling exercises. So don't be surprised if those triceps are burning. And of course your pace is high, your tempo is high. And next you know, you're shaking off your arms more. You're going to naturally go a little quicker this circuit because we've gone through this pace and rhythm today. Round 3, 15 dips if you have the tool, kickbacks or narrow push-ups, whatever you didn't do earlier. 30 is the peak of the pyramid on your left leg. Round 4, I don't expect you to be there. In fact, I hope you're not there. But if you are there, slow your motions down a little bit. You'll be doing 8 on those dips if you have the tool, or the dips or kickbacks, whatever you did the last round. 8, then you're going to go down that pyramid again. You're on the home stretch. Remember, time says we will be done with this circuit when we're done with the circuit. However, if you have more energy, I'll give you more abs. So when you get there, again, I hope you're not there, but if you're there, 8 on your dips, or whatever exercise you did last round, and 20 on your left leg going down the pyramid. My intention is always to be a little bit ahead of you. And on a workout that has subtle changes, I gotta stay in earshot. Good work. Breathing. Triceps. Pushing exercise will always burn more than you're pulling the biceps and the shoulders. I'm not saying your arms don't burn when you do them, but it's actually more fatigue. Round 4. 8 on the dips. 20 going down the pyramid on your left leg. I hope you're somewhere getting close to starting it. Hopefully doing it. Again, I don't expect you to be done with it. I just want to be a little bit ahead of you. Round 5, you're almost done round. You're going to have the 8 overhead triceps, the 10 on your left leg. Then you're going to have those 8 kickbacks or narrow push-ups. And that's either the end of workout, or I'll give you a couple more abs to do. Round 5, when you get there, 8 overhead triceps. Last 10 left leg. 8 on your on your kickbacks or narrow push-ups. Dibbling, dabbling, so you see all those motions. Round 5 is that last part. Again, when you get done with this, if you want more, let me know. That's helpful. And if you don't want more, cool. Have a wonderful Wednesday. But I'll just give you a couple extra credit abs if you want them. For that round 5, 8 overhead triceps, last 10 left leg, and then you have your 8 kickbacks or narrow push-ups. And of course, if you are done, you know my requests. Whatever you do after your workout, your body will absorb and respond to the most. If you don't have a lot of time or energy, a little stretch goes a long ways. A little cardio after a workout like this would never kill you, right? If you're at the gym and you got a row machine or erg machine or treadmill or something, stair climber, 5-10 minutes of cardio would be great. Your body would be efficient. You burn those really good calories. You got your hydrating, right? And I've said it a million times. I say it in the fall, winter when the heater turns on at home, and I say it when it gets a little warmer and muggier. We're naturally perspiring more, so hydration is great. Drinking lots of water is great. It flushes out the bad stuff and the good stuff. So getting those electrolytes in. If you are tired during your workouts, you're like, man, I was awake earlier, why am I so tired? You need electrolytes. If you're having a hard time recovering, if you aren't recovered from Monday's workout, it's one thing to be sore, it's another thing to be energized. If you're not recovered from your workout, you need amino acids. 2 basic parts that gives you energy and focus for your workouts. Anyhow, let me know if you want more. I'll give you the extra credit of abs here in a second. That last part to the triceps. 8 overhead triceps, 10 on your left leg, 8 kickbacks or narrow push-ups, end of circuit. Yeah, we did some legs today. It wasn't huge. The other day we did more posterior hip, glute, hamstring choices. So we really haven't done a lot of legs, which is fine. Done a lot of work. Today was shoulders, bis, tris. Monday we had the chest pushing, chest pulling lats. We got a lot of work. If you want it, if you have time, earlier was the 100 big abs, sit-ups, reverse crunches, and V-ups, and those bigger ones. Now I want you to do the 100 abs core. If you don't have time, that's fine. If you want to save it for later on, save it for later on. If you don't want to do it at all, cool. Scissors slowly, runners slowly, windshield slowly. You got Russian twists, iso penguins, windshield wipers, rotational planks, elevator planks, plank swimmers, any 100 ab core. And again, it should be hovering around 5 minutes. It's okay if you get it done a little bit quicker. Runners tend to be a little quicker, so try to slow them down. Swimmers, same idea. Again, they're meant to be bigger, meant to be slower. Windshield wipers, of course, are a longer, bigger motion versus Russian twists. Again, rotational planks, elevator planks, plank swimmers. You've got 100 movements. If you want it, you can always be done at any time. mindset, scissors. I did have that in the option earlier, so maybe you don't do them on this circuit unless you really want to. Runners, you have the starting from the down, supported concentric contraction, concentric motion. You have the starting up or hovering. You got that isometric hard position to start. A little balance, a little coordination, good for you, but it can go to your back and hips. You got the isometric focus start with the eccentric phase, highlighting that runner. So there's actually several ways of doing runners. Swimmers, you can lay on your stomach or be on your hands and knees. Upper back, middle back, lower back, glutes, core, mobility of hips and spine. Windshield wipers is that lateral wide motion, breathing and focusing. Iso penguins, I put that in the upper body motion abs too. Isometric ab crunch, reach, reach, lateral motion. So different from your windshield wiper, but both of them have a lateral motion. So you're always going to yield some obliques. Russian twist, again, isometric ab core, and you are rotating, right? So you're taking away the mindset of lateral to a rotation. Rotational planks, again, elbows and toes or hands and toes rotating out of plank. Elevator planks, elbows to hands to elbows, taking your time. Plank swimmers, the plank version of your prone swimmers. Plank taps, against something bigger, something slower, something more methodical. Take your time, finish strong. When you're done, pat yourself on the back. Have a wonderful day. We did the 3 different movements on your shoulders, your buys, your tries, subtle number changes. We had that warm-up workout circuit with a lot of movements. We had the right leg pyramid, the left leg pyramid, the 100 bigger abs, and here we are on the 100 abs core. Happy Wednesday. Enjoy life, work hard, play hard, get it done.